Imagine browsing the web, watching smart TV apps, or using mobile games, and zero ads load. No pop-ups, no tracking scripts, no video ads before content on every device in your house without installing a single browser extension. That is what Pi-hole does. It acts as a black hole for network ads. But the biggest problem with traditional Pi-hole setups is simple. The second you disconnect from your home Wi-Fi and switch to 5G or public Wi-Fi, the ads come right back. In this video, we are fixing that. I'm going to show you how to set up Pi-hole on this tiny $15 Raspberry Pi Zero 2W, and then we'll configure a free mesh VPN so your phone and laptop block ads remotely anywhere in the world. Let's dive in. First, let's talk hardware. All you need is a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W. Its quad-core CPU handles Pi-hole effortlessly while sipping tiny amounts of power. A MicroSD card, 16 GB or 32 GB is plenty. A micro USB cable for power supply. Now, how does it actually work? Normally, when your phone wants to visit a website, it asks a DNS server, "Hey, what's the IP address for this site?" The server gives it back, alongside 50 other ad and tracking domains. When we install Pi-hole, your Pi becomes your local DNS server. If a request is for actual content, Pi-hole lets it pass. If it's an ad or tracker, Pi-hole blocks it before it ever leaves your network. Let's build it. First, plug your microSD card into your computer and open Raspberry Pi Imager. Select your device, Raspberry Pi Zero W2. For the OS, click Raspberry Pi OS Other and choose Raspberry Pi OS Lite 64-bit. We don't need a heavy desktop interface slowing us down. We want maximum performance. Under the Storage tab, pick your SD card. Now let's customize the OS settings. Set the host name to Pi-hole. Set your time zone and locale to your location. I'll set mine to India. Create a user account. I'll use Pi for the username and set a quick password for this demo. Make sure you use a strong, secure password for yours. Enter your Wi-Fi credentials so the Pi can join your network automatically. Now for the most crucial step. Click the Services tab and toggle Enable SSH. Choose Use Password Authentication so we can access the Pi remotely later. Hit Save, then click Write. Once the flashing process finishes, pop the SD card into your Pi, plug in the power, and let it boot up. Now that our Pi is booted, let's log in remotely using SSH. Open up your terminal or command prompt and type SSH pi at piehole.local. If it's your first time connecting, it'll ask to verify the host. Just type yes. Then enter your password, piehole123. Before installing anything, it's good practice to make sure our system packages are completely up to date. Run these two commands, sudo apt update and upgrade-y. Once the updates wrap up, let's do a quick reboot to start fresh. Sudo reboot. Give it a few seconds to come back online, then log back in. SSH pi at piehole.local. Now that your Pi is up to date, let me show you how simple it is to get Pi-hole installed. We'll use the official one-step automated installation command from the Pi-hole GitHub repository, curl-ssl https://install.piehole.net by. Copy and paste this command into your terminal and hit Enter. The installer will download all necessary dependencies and launch the setup wizard. You'll see a pop-up stating this installer will transform your device into a network-wide ad blocker. Just click OK. And OK again on the donation prompt, though consider supporting the devs if you love the tool. Next, it will remind you that Pi-hole needs a static IP address to stay reliable. Let's pause right here and reserve one in our router. Jump over to your router's web interface, typically 192.168.1.1 or 192.168.0.1 in your browser and log in. Navigate to the Advanced Settings or DHCP Reservation section. Assign a permanent static IP address to your Raspberry Pi's MAC address. Save your settings, head back to the terminal, and click Continue. Now let's run through the quick options. Select your preferred DNS provider. I'll select Cloudflare for now, but we can easily swap this out later. Pi-hole will ask to enable Stephen Black's Unified Hosts list by default. Select Yes. You can always add custom block lists for ads, malware, trackers, or parental controls later in the web UI. Select Yes to enable query logging so you can track blocked requests. Choose your preferred level of privacy. Select Show Everything if you want full visibility of local IP addresses and domain queries on your dashboard. The installer will now set up all the configuration files. When it finishes, stop and take a screenshot of this final screen. It displays your Pi-hole's local IP address, the admin web URL, and most importantly, your default admin password. Now open your web browser and navigate to https://pi-hole.local. Log in using the admin password generated during setup. Right now, your dashboard is empty because none of your devices are using the Pi-hole yet. To fix this network-wide, go back to your router settings, find the DNS settings section, and set the primary DNS to your Pi-hole's IP, 192.168.1.108. Leave the secondary or alternative DNS server blank, or point it to the same IP to ensure all traffic routes through Pi-hole. Save the settings and restart your router. Once your router reboots, check your Pi-hole dashboard again. You'll start seeing queries pouring in and ads being blocked in real time. Your network-wide ad blocker is officially live. Let's do a quick tour of the key interface sections. Home/dashboard, this gives you a high-level overview of total queries today, queries blocked, the overall percentage of blocked traffic, and your current block list size. Query log. Think of this as a real-time feed of every website or server your devices try to contact. You can search by domain name, see which IP requested it, and see whether Pi-hole allowed, green, or blocked the connection. Groups. This is where the magic happens for multi-device management. By default, every device belongs to the default group, but you can create custom rule sets for specific machines here. Clients. A list of every phone, computer, and smart TV detected on your network. Here, you can assign custom names and assign devices to specific groups. Domains. This is your manual whitelist and blacklist. If a specific site breaks, you can manually allow it here. If you want to block a specific site, you can manually block it here. Now, the default Pi-hole block list is great, but what if you want even more ads, telemetry, and tracking? Head over to firebog.net. Firebog is a community-maintained directory of ad blocking lists divided into categories like advertising, tracking, and malicious, and more. The safest ones to use are the ones with the lists highlighted in green. These rarely break regular websites. To add them, copy the URL of a green-ticked list from Firebog. Go back to your Pi-hole UI, click Lists, paste the URL into the address field, and click Add Block List. Then go to Tools, click Update Gravity, and hit Update so Pi-hole downloads all the new blocked domains. Head back to your main dashboard, and boom, your total block list count just skyrocketed. My recommendation? Grab 2 or 3 green-ticked URLs from each category on Firebog, update your Gravity, and your network ad shield will be practically bulletproof. Now, let's talk about a common issue. Suppose you're trying to visit a specific shopping site or click a sponsored link, but it won't load because of our aggressive block lists. You could just click the Disable Blocking button on the main sidebar for 5 minutes. But here's the catch. That disables ad blocking for everyone in the house. Everyone else's devices are suddenly unprotected during that time. Here is the pro-level trick. Bypass blocking for a single device, in this case, our crazy Panda Windows machine, using group management. Here's how you do it, step by step. Step 1. Create a no blocking group. Go to Groups, type No Blocking in the name field, and click Add. Step 2. Assign your machine to the group. Go to Clients, select your Windows machine from the dropdown or manually type its IP, e.g. 192.168.1.104. In the comments section, type CP Windows Machine so you remember what it is, and click Add. In the client list below, under Group Assignment, uncheck Default and check No Blocking. Then click Save. Step 3. Manage what lists apply to which group. Go to Lists, look at your block lists, like the Stephen Black list. By default, they apply to the default group. If you want your Windows machine to have 0 ad blocking, leave No Blocking unchecked for those lists. Pro tip: if you still want basic malware protection on that Windows PC without heavy ad blocking, simply select both Default and No Blocking on your trusted security lists, then save. Now test it out on the Windows machine. Open your browser and head to the blocked site. It will load completely normally while every other phone and TV on your network remains 100% ad protected.
That's right, I'm your daddy.
Finally, if you ever want to change who actually resolves your web traffic, go to Settings, DNS. You can easily switch from Cloudflare to Quad9 simply by unchecking Cloudflare on the left and checking Quad9. Or if you use a private upstream DNS provider that isn't on the list, you can manually type its IP right into the custom DNS server boxes. Hit Save at the bottom and you're good to go. Pi-hole is incredible at home, but the second you step outside and switch to 5G, the ads come right back. Let's fix that using Tailscale. Think of Tailscale as a secure, zero-config mesh VPN powered by WireGuard. Instead of routing traffic through a bulky central server like traditional VPNs, it connects all your devices, phones, laptops, servers, into one encrypted virtual network called a Tailnet. Head over to tailscale.com, click Login, and sign in with your preferred account. I'll use GitHub. Once you're in the dashboard, click Add Device, then Client Device, choose Linux, and select Copy Command. Now copy the install command shown on screen. Open your Pi0 terminal, paste the curl installation script, and hit Enter. Once it finishes installing, spin up the service by running sudo tailscale up. It'll print out a custom authentication URL. Copy that link into your browser, log in, and boom, your Pi-hole server is officially on your private Tailnet. Now we need to tell every device on your Tailnet to use your Pi-hole for DNS. Grab the Tailscale IP address of your Pi-hole machine from the dashboard. Go to the DNS tab in Tailscale. Click Add Name Server, select Custom, and paste your Pi-hole Tailscale IP, and save. Make sure to toggle Override DNS Servers on. This forces all connected devices to route their DNS requests straight through Pi-hole. Since these DNS requests are coming over the virtual network interface, we need to tell Pi-hole to accept them. Open your Pi-hole web dashboard, go to Settings, DNS, and turn on the Expert Mode toggle at the top right. Under the DNS tab, select Permit All Origins and click Save. Quick note, don't worry about security here. Since Tailscale is an encrypted private network, only your authenticated devices can access this port. Nobody else on the public internet can touch it. To test it out, grab your phone, install the Tailscale app, and log into the same account. Toggle it on. Disconnect from Wi-Fi, open a browser on 5G, zero ads. You now have network-wide ad blocking everywhere you go. To top it off, grab the Pi-hole Remote app on iOS or Android. Drop in your Pi-hole Tailscale IP and admin password, and you can pause blocking or check live query stats right from your phone anywhere in the world. And just like that, you've turned a $15 Raspberry Pi Zero 2W into a personal, encrypted, network-wide ad blocker that follows you everywhere you go. No subscription fees, no intrusive trackers, and total control over your own privacy. If this guide helped you block ads on your network, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more hands-on DIY tech tutorials. If you ran into any issues or have questions about setting up your Tailnet, drop a comment down below. I read and reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.